Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Robocraft with me, extremely ill Lathrix. Yes, a little warning before we even start. I have got a rather horrible form of the flu currently, so my throat feels like it's got sandpaper rubbing up and down it sensually to cause the most exquisite pain. And because of this, my speech may be a little bit worse than usual, as I am fighting the urge to constantly swallow, which isn't the most productive when it comes to recording a video. However, I want to record a video and no microbe which is infecting me is going to stop me. That will be letting the bacterium win. Or virus, I'm not really sure what I'm infected with, honestly. It could be anything. Even a parasite. Who knows? You see what I mean? That's what's going to happen. So regardless, welcome to Robocraft and welcome to the Fl'ank. Yes, Fl'ank has been reborn from his ashes. From its ashes into this Tier 8 variation. It was in Tier 10, I've been down-tiering it because, well, in Tier 10, the Fl'ank simply doesn't work. It's a matter of slow-moving flyers get gunned down very, very easily by the high amount of gun beds you see in Tier 10. Tier 10 is pretty much an SMG spam for the most part in most matches, and it just doesn't do well to the point where it becomes not fun to play, honestly, because there's no variation. So I've taken it down to Tier 8. This is my first variation of it. I haven't tweaked it. I've simply made it. I played 2 games. In one game, someone thought that I was an imposter and I remade a wrong Fl'ank, and it was incorrect, and I wasn't the real Lathrix. Now that was an interesting thing to happen, sir and sirs, let me tell you. But regardless, here we are. So this is the Fl'ank. As you can see, it is pretty much the same design as it used to be, the old Tier 8 variation with the front rudders. However, I have made it so it flies slightly differently, and to show you this, we'll just head on into practice. Now, many of you who have watched me for some time know I suffer from 2 things when playing a flyer. 1, I get kind of blinkered very easily. If I see an enemy I wish to kill, I will go after it like a demon until either it or I are dead, and that is never very productive for me, being the flyer. And 2, I have a tendency to go down while I'm after things, so I go lower and lower and lower until eventually I'm essentially giving the robot a hug. Like that. Oh no, I missed at point blank range. The shame. But regardless, yes, that tends to be what I do, and it's not exactly very productive for my score and, you know, an enjoyable playing experience. So I've made it purposely so it has a bit of a climb on it. This is a natural resting position. I'm not holding down space. This is how it naturally tries to fly. So it has a lot of front lift, and that's because I've made sure it's a little bit stumpier than the original Fl'ank, which is quite long actually. And the rudders are actually closer to the front than the old one, to the very front. So its natural position is like this, which is great for me because it means it's got a very slight climb naturally, which means 2 things actually. 1, it goes up really fast compared to the old variations, and 2, it naturally climbs. It's a natural climber, which means I can be stupid all I want, and it's going to climb. Oh, 3 things. It also turns better. Because of the natural climb, as it turns, the climb causes the entire ship to turn with the turn. So there's no need to hold down space for a more slow turn, whereas normally you could do quite a sharp turn even on something like this. So that is that. It's in Tier 8, like I said. Tier 8 aerofiles using the Halloween ones, because I have them, they're finally fixed. And I have full Tier 9? Tier 8? Actually, I need to check that. I don't actually know what tier of weapons I have. I believe they're Tier 9, which are available in Tier 8, so I have not over-tiered this robot in the slightest. Now, 2 reasons. 1, like I said in a previous episode, yep, they're definitely Tier 9. I'm trying to go away from over-tiering. I find it, I don't know, I'm starting to feel bad for doing it, honestly. So that's 1 reason. Second of all, it's too big. This ship is very big for a flyer. It's over 400 blocks, so I simply can't over-tier, otherwise it will go into the next tier. I could remove the shielding, which honestly is more there for the original Fl'ank experience look than anything else. It's not really the most protective shields in the world. And I could probably get a couple of Tier 10 plasmas, which would do me a big favour in damaging, but I'd rather stay with that. So, I think it's time to get into a game and test out what this baby can do after I have a drink, because, well, as you can probably tell, my throat's already about to die. Thank you very much for putting up with that, by the way. And let's go to the first match. And we are back. However, this is not a map I really wanted to see. This is, I would say, the worst map for Fl'ank, just because This map's actually okay if you're something like a Reaper. If you're a very small, very nippy robot, you can actually do very well on this map as a flyer. What I tend to find is, though, as something like me, because, well, I think I've said this before in various videos when I have used this flyer, or its old version, it's not meant to be the best, honestly. It's there to be chunky and hard as hell to take out, because quite frankly, trying to kill this thing is a bit of a nuisance. It can take a lot of damage before finally being taken out. The things it can't do is duck and dive. It's not good at hiding in places. Now this place has no obvious hiding places which you can kind of stay in long times, stay there for a long time rather. So it's a little bit worrying. Also I do see a lot of SMGs on the enemy's team which have even taken out our Reaper. So I'm a little bit on the nervous side honestly about this. Hoping that's not an interceptor. It isn't. Let's see if I can get those. We have been spotted, so we do need to duck. We did hit them, which is good. Not quite sure what's shooting at us then, honestly. So that could have been probably avoided if I were to be paying attention. I didn't quite see who it was. I don't think it was someone guy over there. Saying it could have been. That was just terrible. I mean, I don't know where I was aiming then. First match on a new flyer. It's always a bit of a oh dear Lord, Lathrix, pay attention. I know you're sick, but you're doing your flyer a great disservice here. Now, okay. That's better. And we were out of range. Oh. There's a small plasma there we can try and take on. However, we didn't move in time and we did get hit. Let's try and... Okay, I am playing awfully today, my word. Like, I'm having no excuses here. That's just me playing rather dreadfully. Okay, well, regardless, we did take him out, which is the important thing. So we have got our one kill for the day. So that's good. Okay, that's obviously him, but I did hit him back. As you can see, we got hit several times by plasma, and we're still pretty okay. That is the whole point of this flight. Okay, finally got one of our wings taken out. That's fine. We can still fly with one wing being removed. I'm trying to slow down, however, to get a good shot. There we go. We helped in his defeat. He wasn't the sole proprietor of it, but there we are. Okay, let's turn to the right. Now, I say we can still fly. That is a very odd term. We can still fly, but it just takes a lot more effort. Well, there we are. I was thinking possibly we could swap the front two aerofoils for two regular wings. That could probably give us a bit more stability when we do lose wings. However, that will kind of negate some of the movement ideas I was going for. Where am I? Tier 8 aerofoil. Wait, I have no tier... Oh, of course not. Because I had the Halo End ones. Just grab a couple of tier 8s and I just want to see how that goes. So let's just attach them. And we'll see how it does. Tier 8 aerofoil should be there in a second. There it is. Okay. Let's see then. Ah, good. We can put them straight in the same place. That's good. I was a little bit nervous that perhaps that wouldn't be the case. And there. And let's see how it goes. I do see that has knocked us into tier 9. So we'll have to remove thrusters if this is a route we do want to go. Okay. I'm waiting for us to load in. There we are. Let's see. Well, we've completely lost our upwards way of things, but it does seem to be okay. It's a lot more stable though. Like if I leave it on up, it'll just carry on going in the same path I leave it. It does have a bit of upwards thrust, but still, the one big negative there is these wings are a lot bigger, so they're a lot easier to shoot off, which is already an issue at the moment. Actually, there is several things. That has taught me several things. One thing is, I lost both wings at the same time, which means what they're attached to got destroyed. Because, yep, I have definitely forgot to do what I always do, and now I'm very stupid because of this. I have forgot that the centre, the very core of the vehicle, should be a higher tier of armour than the rest. Now, that is actually a big thing. I find that with this particular kind of design, is a massive bonus. Let's just go all the way, core it out, and then if we can just latch onto a side, there we go. There we are. So now the centre is higher tier armour, which is wonderful because it means we can actually survive a few more hits. I think I'm going to stick with the aerofoils, however, the rudders, rather. There we are. Half for looks, half because they do seem to be a bit more effective. Now, I could do... Now, I do want to stay in tier 8, obviously, because, well... Because we just kind of do. We could lower the tier of one of our thrusters. That should... we're going to have to lower the tier of 2 of them if we do that. Okay, we're going to lower the tier of 2 of our thrusters by 1. They're all currently tier 7s. We're just changing them down to tier 6. It's not a huge loss, honestly. And we're still in tier 9. Oh no, we have to lose quite a lot if we... Oh dear, this is becoming an issue very rapidly. Put these back as they were then. Well, what can I do then? What could I do? We could lower the tier of the rudders. How much armor would I lose? 4.1 from... it's not too much of a loss. So possibly we could change these rudders into tier 7 rudders as opposed to their current tier 8 variants, and that should help. It is worth it. After seeing what happened just then, I do believe that doing this is a worthwhile cause. At least that's what I think in my head. The improved armor of the centerpiece should really make a huge difference when it comes to... Oh, you are kidding me! How much... robot ranking 25,000, robot ranking... How is it still tier 9? Is that armor really that high tier? Oh, dear me. Dear Lord, this is going to become a huge issue. I guess we could downgrade some more of the armor. That's one way to do it. I mean, these are already... Oh, there we go, we're back in tier 8. Okay, just have to downgrade a bit of armor. That's been downgraded. It should still survive okay. That's not a necessary piece, so it's not too bad we've lost that. We're still going to have the same speed. And now the center is going to be way better defended. Okay, back in a second with another match. Hopefully we do as well, if not better. And we are back on the cursed map. Well, if we're trying out an old robot being brought into the future, we may as well play on the old hated map. Okay, so what am I going to do here then? Well, most likely I'm going to go straight for the mountain and pray to the Dark Lords of Robocraft that they don't have an interceptor, because an interceptor would really ruin my day. Oh dear. The new rudders aren't as lifting. Well, of course they're not, because they're lower tier, but I was hoping it would still give me the up I wanted. It seems to be a little bit weaker than I expected. Now, I don't really want to go over here, because then it's going to be very obvious that I'm here. Okay. The plasma bomber, I'm not too concerned about that, because, well, hitting a plasma bomber isn't the best. Well, even the best pilots tend to have a bit of an issue with other bombers, so I should be able to just avoid them, honestly. Okay, he really wants my blood. There's another plasma over there. He's got a lot of guns. That will help him, though, because he can do like a scatter shot. Oh, darn, almost. Just keep him spotted, just keep pressing Q, make sure he's constantly spotted. Our SMGs, however, have taken him down a peg or two, so he's less of a threat now. Darn. A few very close shots, but none which actually even scathed him. There you go, I got the kill, that's the important thing. I stole the kill off the SMG, but honestly, probably never would have been able to get up there anyway, so... Oh, it was you who's doing that, okay, I thought it was the fellow there, the bigger fellow. Oh! The plasma bomber down there, I think got hit by one of them. And now. That was worth the aim. Okay, a lot of damage done to him. However, there is an SMG now after me, so I need to get out of here. Darn. Darn! Oh, I even saw that coming as well. My word, Lathrix, seriously, play the game. Screw you, small fellow down there. Really? The shots kind of scattered all around him without actually hitting him. That was kind of amazing. Oh, it was a hover, that's why, so the explosion radius didn't quite do anything. Oh, lovely. Got the other bomber, though, now he's been downed. I'm kind of like a scavenger, honestly, at this stage. I'd love a medic. Some medics down here. I could just swoop in for a second, try and get a heal. Hope maybe get my gun back. Come on. No, okay, getting lower. There we go. Sadly, I don't have any backwards thrusters, so if I keep on sliding, I'll just keep on sliding for eternity. Backwards thrusters are a good idea, honestly, so perhaps I'll do that. Oop. Oh, that would have hit if it didn't hit you, sir. How dare you be fighting like a normal robot? Ow. Okay, can we go back in the air now? It seems like we can. Thank you very much, Mr. Healer. I'm back and ready to roll. Fly. So there's their plasma still. Their SMGs are all kind of huddled up. Now, is it worth the risk going over them and pelting them? I think it is, honestly. Because they're all kind of in this really nice position where I can probably get a lot of them at once. There we go. Got a kill. Took out one that was being healed, which could have came back to bite us in the butt. Got the plasma for once. And we've lost all our rudders. That was a suicide mission, it turns out. I, lost all of my, things. Oh, SMGs, you just... a few seconds and you lose everything. It's really sad. Oh, yeah, hit someone, excellent. But still, we got 3 kills, you know, did well. Did a lot of damage. We did what we was meant to do, honestly. could try and cap, then they'd all know where we are. I'm trying to flip myself over a little bit. We still have our aerofoil, so I've got some control. But I do believe I went too far. Darn, I was hoping to maybe... There we go, flip round. That's what I was after. There we go, that's what I wanted. If I'm going to die shooting plasma at their faces, honestly. This is not what I intended. There we are. There's only 3 of them left. I might as well stay here for the rest of the fight then. It looks like our team has indeed won. So we're having an issue where we keep losing our wings. Now that needs to be fixed, honestly, because, well, we're not particularly that damaged, honestly. I mean, if you look at us, we've not lost that much of our flyer. However, we've been essentially completely crippled. Well, our guys will huddle up over there. I don't think that's going to hit. There's only 2 of them left now, so it's really unlikely they're going to win. But still, we've got quite a few low health people. We do still have a medic. They don't have a medic anymore, so I can't imagine that. I'm probably just going to cut this here because honestly, this is getting rather boring. So back in a second when the game's over or something interesting happens. I'll just edit out boring bits. That dragged on forever. Eventually, the medic had 1 SMG healed, which just went and simply hit the last robot once, and it destroyed it, and everyone was finally happy. But I do need then to do something about the glaring issue of the fact I keep on losing my wings. Now, the issue I'm fairly certain is the fact my armor doesn't cover them. It doesn't cover them, and I'm not a fast robot. In previous incarnations of Fl'ank, the armor did literally go over the entirety of the wing, which is a lot easier if you use the normal aerofoils. These aerofoils have a much bigger hitbox, which is one of the issues I do have with them, with the Halloween ones, because that will be a lot harder to hit than that. Because sadly, this entire section there, like joining them, is classed as the wing hitbox. So as you can see, it goes a lot bigger. So it would be perhaps beneficial for me if I lower tiered some of the armor down to tier 7 with the yellow armor, and then perhaps use these aerofoils and covered them completely, because currently losing my wings seems to be the lose condition of every single match. But not to be disheartened, we're going to play one more match in my sick form and hopefully do wellish, and then afterwards I'll probably be doing stuff to it off camera, maybe even lower tiering it, possibly even getting into tier 9, because I think I've figured out the errors I've done, and the errors in my playstyle are fairly obvious, so I can certainly work on those. I just need some time off camera to practice playing as a plasma bomber. Once again, it's been a long time, trust me, it has been months since I've played a plasma bomber, and I haven't designed this exactly how I wanted it to. So it's not bad, it's just, it needs a few tweaks here and there. So let's get into one last game. Okay, we are back on yet another map I'm not overly fond of on a flyer, and we've probably got one of the worst starting positions I have ever seen. We literally spawned on this rock. Yep, that is quite literally what happened, so I'm going to have to try and raise myself off the floor for half a second, and then perhaps I could actually... yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay, are we going? Are we going? Oh, yes, yes, we are free. We are flying in the air. That was a great success, and my throat just collapsed in on itself because I was being too loud. Oh, I'm so sorry, bacterial overlords who are currently taking over my throat. I am sorry for my joy. Also, we got noticed by someone, which is rather joyous. It's a very rare occasion for a small YouTuber like me, but it does fill my heart with joy. If you ever do see me in Robocraft, feel free to say hello. Okay, where is the fellow there? Okay, all of our fellows are going along here. I think I'll stick with them. Now, there are definitely SMGs on the enemy's team, which is kind of par for the course. It's very rare to have a match with no SMGs on either side. That's just a ridiculous thought. Oh, can we get the kill? Nope, okay, and also an SMG is after us. Let's duck behind cover for a second. Don't really want to be taken out just yet. Oh, wait, oh, you're there. Oh, I thought he was all the way over there. Darn it. Thank you, healer. Healers, I love you. That's what I put out there. Healers, you are truly the most honourable of classes. Mercy. Okay, there we go. Let's continue. Thank you. Where are they? Okay, so there's 2 SMGs. One is more injured than the other. There's a small rail thing there, which I think is pretty much dead. There's an SMG still alive, which is a bit of an issue. Our guys are fighting it. Hopefully it will stay distracted. I'm going to literally land here. That's a plasma. There's the SMG hover. Okay, and there's something here. Oh, definitely SMG. Okay, boom! Goodbye to your backside. Okay, I'm far too low, which makes me a much easier target for him. Still did some damage. There's a little guy here, which I could possibly try and get the kill for. There we are, got a kill, excellent. Did some damage as well to SMG. I think that's a medic trying to patch him up. No, it is indeed a plasma. Darn! Complete failure of shot. Well, at least my other plasma friend there failed as well. And we didn't see that, guys. We were simply aiming still. Oh, oh, actually, I did hit it slightly. Okay. No! Oh, that was a very fast match. It went okay. I've dived in the right place, but once again, that's highlighting some of the huge things I do, which are just wrong. I'm far too low to the ground, far too much of the time, and I do have the issue where I'm a bit, like I say, a bit blindsided. I ignore things too easily. So, lots of things need to fix with the flyer, lots of things need to fix with myself, including myself getting better. I'm not going to blame my illness for playing poorly, but I am fairly darn ill right now. Thank you very much for watching, Sir and Sirs. I hope you've enjoyed regardless, even if the gameplay has been mediocre at best. We got at least one killer match, you know. We didn't actually die. Oh yeah, we didn't actually die. That's a weird thought. So, proving that the Fl'ank doesn't die particularly easily, but we've done something wrong with the wings which make us too easy to take out of the sky. So, thank you for watching, Sir and Sirs. I'm going to be fixing this thing up in my garage, and then we're going to go back to war and hopefully destroy lots of things. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Do take care, and I hope to see you next time. Likes are very welcome. Toodle pip.